Hello, everybody, and welcome to Estonia. I am really glad to see so many people here. I see already people who know what is GovStack. We are going to talk about it today. What is digital public infrastructure? We are also going to talk about it today, as it's, I believe, already the third time we are having GovStack session on the side of Tallinn Digital Summit. So I say welcome to our old friends and collaborators, the Public Goods Alliance, and so forth, but also new initiatives and new people stepping in this, I would say, increasingly trendy area. So welcome Co-Develop and many others, and of course our GovStack partners. We are really glad to have International Telecommunication Union with us, Germany by BMZ and GIZ, and you will know about the acronyms later if you do not yet know, and of course DIAL, which is a Digital Impact Alliance. So they will be also leading the 3 different sessions that Mr. Ivar Tallo just mentioned. So what is a GovStack, and why did Estonia decide to be one of the partners of this, I would say, increasingly important initiative? So GovStack started around 3 years ago by Estonia, Germany, ITU, and DIAL, who came together and thought, okay, there are some things that we can change in this world of digitalization. And I would point out to 2, which I think over time, over these 3 years, have proven to be even more important than they were these 3 years ago. And the first one is something, in case you were in the panel in the morning, that has been stressed by many governments, also by very big governments, that we do not have enough resources to waste and spend on duplicative developments. Because actually, when we think about it, our problems and our needs for digitalization are not that different. So we do not really need to reinvent a bicycle, as they say, every time we want to build a registry, when we need a digital identity, when we need a payment system, when we need a data exchange platform, and so forth. But even though we all realize that we could actually do that, we could develop these solutions together, we could reuse something that is already existing, we are not doing it actually as much as we could. We don't see so many examples of collaboration, even in the EU. There is one great example, and I hope Ville Sirviö from the Nordic Institute of Interoperability Solutions is here. Estonia, Finland, and Iceland have put themselves together, and we do develop and maintain some of the essential components of digitalization that we also make available for everybody to use. And I would say that probably years back we were quite surprised in the very high interest of these solutions. But apart from spending resources, it has also a sustainability angle to it, which will be a topic that will be discussed also here today at Tallinn Digital Summit, but also tomorrow and the day after at the Open Government Partnership Summit for those who will remain here. But the second topic, and this is what I would say actually concerns most of my time as a digital ambassador for Estonia, is related to the fact that not everybody wants to use technologies for good. And even if the technologies are developed for something to contribute good to a society, let's say a cure for cancer or any other disease, could actually be used against us. So these trends are, I would say, pressingly increasing. We see a lot of misuse of data, surveillance, and I would say autocratic use of technologies. And it is our task, Estonia, together with the partners, some of which we have come together for GovStack, to make sure that digital development continues to be open, free, and would create an environment where we all feel good and want to be at. Of course, GovStack is not the only initiative, I would say, promoting these important principles, but also some core aspects of digitalization, interoperability, building blocks-based approach to digitalization, and all the novelties that you may hear. And I can say that there is a big trend on digital public infrastructure, digital public goods. There is a UN Digital Public Goods Alliance that GovStack partners with. There are several other UN initiatives. In a few weeks' time, digital public infrastructure safeguards will be announced at the UN General Assembly. There are several private and also public investors that put their resources to building and promoting different components of digitalization. Co-developed that is also together with us, for example, is one of them. But it's increasingly also, I would say, in a high political agenda. G20 has made digital public infrastructure under India's presidency as one of the main areas to focus on, and so forth. So we will not so much discuss what is digital public infrastructure and digital public goods, even though there are several explanations and definitions around. But what we will do is really to discuss how we can take it further. How we can take it further at the political level. That will be the subject of our first panel, where we have invited our partners and friends who share our ambition and our values. But we will move actually to something very practical, because there are also a lot of myths around digital public infrastructure, digital public goods. It's even a question whether it's simply a new term for digitalization, and actually something that has been around for quite some time. But in any case, it's great that there is this attention on something that matters. But practitioners have their worries. They need to find a service provider. They need to make sure their services and products are safe and people like them. So we will have and gather some experience around the globe from the countries that have implemented digital public goods, how they have changed the administrative processes, but also some practical great examples on the implementation of some of the products that are here. And I am really glad now not to take more of your time from the substance, but before that, I'm really grateful to have Doreen Bogdan-Martin also with us from the International Telecommunication Union. And I would say one of the greatest patrons for GovStack and digitalization. So thank you, Doreen. The floor is yours.